Hello everyone, Thompson back again with some more tanking with Thompson. The last episode was way too long. I believe that it ran for 49 or so minutes. I don't know off the top of my head, but anyways, it was very long. So we are going to try to keep this a bit shorter. We only have 3 tanks this time for the heavy tanks, so hopefully that will help us out. But let's go ahead and begin. So, yes, I know, this isn't really a heavy tank, but I count it as a heavy tank because it plays so much more like a heavy tank than a medium tank. So, super pushing. Very fun, lots of spaced armor, very slow though. It's my only tier 8 premium, and makes pretty good money, considering there's 7,200 gold, which isn't much. Churchill 3, not very great, except in damage per minute. Damage per minute is amazing on this tank. Excuse me there. It doesn't last long against the duping tanks, though, so M4, Panzer 4, those types. But yeah, very fun. And makes quite a lot of money too, because the shells are only 35 credits per time. And the E75, probably the funnest heavy, or one of only 3 heavies in my garage, but probably the funnest one. Definitely not going to sell it. 12.8 centimeter, very fun, lots of armor, and pretty good in terms of mobility, especially for having all that armor and being a tier 9 heavy tank. So, let's go ahead and play the super pushing first. And this tank can only see tier 9s, like in this battle. It does not see tier 10s ever. So that's one of the advantages of getting a premium tank, is that some of them do not see more than 1 tier above them. Although I can see 2 tiers below it, if that makes any sense. So I can see tier 6s with this tank. So that is nice. Let's see what's this battle. It's only 1 tier 10, no, tier 9, sorry about that. T30, he's going to be able to penetrate me fairly often and deal a large amount of damage. But I can penetrate him too. Ferdinand in the MLE 48. Type 59, 1390, Panther 2, T26. The rest are tier 7s, okay. So it seems like a fairly nice match for us in this game. Except for the tier 9. But that's alright. The other thing I noticed is that you don't see a whole ton of tier 9s either. Usually you'll have tier 8 games quite a lot, but when you do see tier 9s, you don't see a ton of them in games. I mean, sometimes with the tier 9 tanks, with other tanks you can see up to, well, a ton. I think I've seen 10, 14 before. So that is a ton. Oh, okay. There we go, 300 health. That's a very nice damage roll for us. But you can see a ton of tier 9s in games, because a lot of people don't have tier 10s, but quite a lot do have tier 9s and are grinding for tier 10s. So you can see quite a bit, but this tank really sees upwards of, I would say 4 tier 9s per game, and I can't see above that, but it's very rare. Let's go ahead and peek around here, see if anybody is coming. This tank is very slow, and according to the stats, well, it doesn't have good stats, let's just say that, but the spaced armor on this thing can, let's see it. Anyways, the spaced armor on this thing can bounce a ton of shots. I bounced Oh, info. It is an OD target. I have bounced object 704s before. That gives you any idea of how much space only this guy has. Who is behind me? Tiger E4 1390. Okay. And all of those guys look to be behind the building, so we can safely go after this T-29. Safety is relative to, you see. It does have a large amount of reach spots, though. So that's the one part. And the gun isn't great. It's workable, but it isn't great. It isn't great. Oh, just stole my kill. But there's no such thing as kill stealing in this game. That's what I always say. So that doesn't really matter much. Oh boy, T3 behind us. Panther 2, he must be sniping from somewhere. Zoom in. Even at such a close range, you still want to zoom in for these shots. Oh, Imuriak. Interesting. The reason you zoom in on those shots, in case you did not know this already, is because you can still miss in third person. Which is never good. Let's take a look at the front. So, yep. Let's see, right back here. So, right here is very weak, and right about here is also very weak. Those places are not covered by the space armor, so it's much weaker than the other places on the tank, and can be penetrated even by Stoogs. So, it is very weak. There we go. 90mm gun too. It is a version of the 90mm M3 gun, which is what you get on the T20, M6, M18 Hellcat. Well, you get a version. I believe it's a AT version on the M18 and the M36, but it's basically the same gun, only with increased accuracy. So M18, M36, T20, M6, T29, and even down the T32. Pushing, you get it as your stock gun. Even the pattern, just the regular pattern, gets it as a stock gun. So, it does have 10 more penetration than that gun though. So that is always nice, especially when you have such a slow tank. I'm gaining speed, but 26 right now, over slack round. You can see upwards of 48, but you need a very, very large hill in order to see those numbers. And there we go, one shot. So, super pushing. That's a nice game, actually. Yeah, very nice game. I do have a standard account, in case you guys were wondering what I couldn't tell by my garage. Standard account, so this is standard. If it had been with premium, it would have been 78,000 credits. So, just to give you guys some idea. Did the most damage on my team. And still made 48,000. The ammunition is only about 250, 255. So very cheap, especially compared to the T34 and the Luva, which both have 1K shells. Well, IS-6, just going by memory here. T34 does. Luva does. Don't know about this guy. And IS-6 does. So quite a lot of the tier 8 heavy tanks have expensive shells, but this guy only has 250 credits per shell. So that's nice. So good only though. put it into a tier 8 matchup, and it will do very nicely if you know where to aim and if you know how to properly angle this tank. This tank is one that takes very special angling, because your sides are very weak at 76, but you need to also slant this just slightly to give it a little bit more boost. So I slant it basically like this, or right about there, which you still have a extremely high chance for ricochet on here, but it does give you quite a bit of armor right there. Moving on, we had the Churchill 3. Let's go ahead and take him out for a shot. Very slow tank, basically like the Super Pershing. But it does have excellent matchmaking because it can only see up to tier 6. And usually it gets games like this. Let's take a look at the team list. Stoogs, SU-85, all of those are going to be dangerous. Fellow Churchill 3, KV-1. KV-1 and the T1 heavy tank are ones that I have a ton of trouble with this guy, because especially with the T1, you can't penetrate them from the front reliably, but they can penetrate you if they know where to aim. So that's not exactly fun. And that's one reason why I do have premium ammunition in this guy. I actually carry 40 with me. But look at that reload time, 1.93 seconds for a reload, and it deals 75 damage per shot. So that is very nice in terms of damage per minute. I do have the armor, and I believe that I have pillars and urns on this guy, so it does benefit from those. I believe I calculated that if I get vents for it as well, it will take it down to 1.88, I believe. The funny thing too is that this tank, oh boy, we have two people who look like they are going to, well, they're either already stuck or they're going to drown. Nope, looks like they're not going to drown. Just can't drown in that river. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. Reload. The reload is so fast that your aiming circle does not catch up with it. So it's not good for doing sniping type deals. And I did see that 300 damage flash by right there, so I don't know if that was 2 shots at once, or that could be somebody using heat. I'm guessing heat, especially with some stooges in the game. Well, that guy's using the L70. Not good gun elevation on this thing I found. And as you see, the reload is quicker than the aiming time. And it's not very good for sniping either, because of that. And because it loses a ton of accuracy over range. Oh, there's a T1. And it doesn't have good accuracy. So you really have to be up close and using that damage per minute to your advantage. Oh, somebody is using heat. Funny that the one time that I don't aim fully in is the one time that I penetrate him. Funny how that happens sometimes, you know? Two. You're still over there, Panzer 3. SU-85. Oh, I love the rate of fire of this gun. T1 heavy right there. Or at least I think that's him. Yep. Let's see if I can find a good place to aim on this guy. Nope. Time to switch. Oh, come on. How did I bounce that? keep on firing. And can I kill him? Yep, we can. Very nice. I really do love the... Oh, who's still up there? Well, both heavies are accounted for. Panzer III is accounted for. I'm guessing the Su-85 is over in those woods. So that leaves the Panzer IV. Nope. So the Su-85 must be up on that hill firing at me. This guy thinks he shot me. That's my standard message. So. Oh yeah, he was up on that hill. If you think you shot me, I'm fine with it. The only time that I'm not fine with it is when OD hits me, and they had a clear shot at other tanks and shouldn't have fired at my tank. So that's the only time that I'll get angry at you. Otherwise it will just be like that, and I won't. Let's see how this battle ends though. Oh, Panzer III almost down. Nope. Matilda. Panzer 38NA. And let's go through that damage list. Let's see, the only time that he probably shot me would have been that 38 damage. But I think that that is too low for the Panzer 38NA flat gun. Because I believe it's a 5cm L60 gun. Same as the Panzer III. And I believe that could not cause that low of a damage roll. If he was driving something, say, like an M5 Stuart with that 37mm gun, then it could have been him. But since it wasn't, since it was that low, I'm guessing that he might have shot me, but it didn't penetrate. That's my best guess. Let's go ahead and go back to garage. We can always come back to that one later. E75, you guys have seen this guy quite a lot. Brothers and Ohms, and then its ordered skills after that. Let's go ahead and take it out. Sand River. Well, it is a tier 9 matchup. This is the standard match for this guy. If he does see only tier 9s, then he'll usually see at least 3 tier 9s. He will rarely see below that. Excuse me. M103, ST1, T54, only a standard tier 9s. That's interesting. 2 AMX 5100s, so those may be trouble if they know how to play against this tank. Type 59s and 3 OD, that's not good. Especially with how open this map is. That guy just sharing. He got flagged as a team killer for having someone ram into him, which happens because of their own stupidity, not the person who got rammed, but the person who rammed them. Can we take a pot shot at him? Not the greatest aiming time on this guy, especially after the other German guns that get... Ooh, that hurt him. 613 damage, that's the maximum damage that I can deal. And spotted, can't do much though. Aiming time is not very good though, compared to the other German guns, which all have aiming times, except for the 8.8cm, which all have aiming times of 2.3 or below. That looked like a hit to me, so hopefully it was. 13-second reload time, which, you know, isn't very good, but at least it's not very bad. Let's just say that. And pull back. No OD cover, so otherwise I would be. Alright, who's sniping me? Where that shot hit to? Gun mantlet? Yeah, it looks like it. That kind of white spot right there. Don't know if you guys can see it, but right about there. So it looks like that's where it hit. Nice part too about this tank. Spotted again. 116 millimeters of frontal pole slanted at that degree is amazing. Very few people are going to be able to penetrate your upper hull if you know how to slam properly. Only problem is that lower hull, but it's still very, very nice. Is that the stock gun? Is that the D25T? On that IS-3? Let's go ahead and see if we can't flank around them and to help out our teammates. I'm guessing that T25 is still up there. Ah. Looks like my thing, looks like my welcoming putty does not like me very much. Oh well, we know how to solve that. Kill him. Easy enough. He has a tear shot on my sides. Alright, you know what? Let's take out this IS before he becomes a problem. Going to be able to... Nope. Alright. Lagging. MO3 works. Ram! I love the ramming ability of this tank too. It is a very nice rammer. And now that T-54 cannot hope to do anything against me. Unless he does that, you know, or already helps him. Oh well. This tank is excellent in city maps, not so great in the wide open countries though, because of what just happened right there. You can get easily flanked, and already loves you. So those two things do not go well for this tank on open city maps. No, open maps like this. City maps are much better. Let's see how this game goes though. Looks like we are winning. How are they doing up north? Only had that type to take care of. I'm guessing... yep, there he is. Tiger 2. When did they notice that ST1? Now he does. AM at Spectre 100. Just saying that his team was insanely retarded. Don't blame him, but you put the problem, buddy. That's all I can say. If you want to blame your team for a loss, you really should have kills to your name. I mean, more than just one. Have 2 or 3 and at least pull your own weight. Let's go and see. Second most damage on my team. 6 shots, 6 penetrations, 6 hits. Well, hence the penetrations. Just he did pull his own weight. So, let's try and see how that Churchill did. So many premium rounds actually had a loss in that game. Let's see, how are we doing for time? 20 minutes, let's go and do another one with the Churchill. And if you notice something, the 3 tanks in my garage that I consider to be heavies, 2 actual heavies and 1 medium that acts like a heavy, 2 out of the 3 of them are premiums. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but just something interesting. Let's see, Spook, Panzer 4, Panzer 3-4, T14, Church 1, T1 Heavy. Okay, looks like a very heavy tier 5 matchup. Some assorted tier 3s and 4s, and only 1 artillery. That's nice. And he is only a tier 3. Bad thing about this tank is that it can be one-shotted by drills. So that's not very fun, especially as they penetrate up here, because that whole thing is hugely armored, so you're going to get those one-shot kills, or deaths, I mean. So that's not fun. This is the way I'll usually go. I think I discussed this once before, but I very rarely will go into the forest. I consider it to be a death trap, and I find no use for it whatsoever. On other encounters, I will usually, let's say that, go to meet the enemy, you know, at the closest point. So Hill, Himmelsdorf, North Sand River, you know, things like that. But this map, I won't do that. I'll always go to the flag on this map. That's about, well, maybe Churchill with 1 range. And killed him. And this thing does have quite a bit of spaced armor on the sides, which is very nice. I don't know if they actually consider it spaced armor. Alright. Anyways, I don't know if they actually consider it to be actual spaced armor, if it just works out that way. But it's still a very nice thing. Here he is. There we go, he's ours. I consider the tier 5 heavy premium tanks to be some of the most overpowered in the game, actually. Simply because they have, well, they don't have all that great mobility, but what they do have, like this guy right here, it does have very high damage per minute for a tier 5 tank. And you also have very large health. I mean, this guy has 700 health. So the Churchill 1 still has that same amount, but still a high amount. So let's see. Yep, Panzer 3-4 is dead. Let's head on over here. And Matilda. No, Panzer 4. Panzer 4 first. There we go. And now the Matilda. Not good alpha at 75. I mean, when you're dealing 75, it's not great. When you're dealing it every 1.93 seconds, that is incredible. So let's just keep on rolling. Looks like more of them over there though, so we have this match well in hand and they can't do anything about it. Good. GG. Very nice game for us. No premium shells used this time, so a very good profit should be made. And now for the boring part of just climbing up this hill. I can't do anything at this point against the light tank. Maybe I can. Nope. Someone else got him. Oh well. It's a really nice game. Just want to see how he did. Got a sniper out of it. Almost 30,000 received. And this is the true beauty of the tier 5 premium tanks, because you still have that very low repair cost, but you also have a very low ammunition cost as well. Look at 35 shots, paid just over 1,000 for that, so that's very nice. You can afford to waste your shots with it. Excuse me. 1,400 damage. Let's try and see how he did in relation to the team. Only one other person branched into the 1,000 range. Looks like everyone else was in the 500 to 600 range. At least from here down here. And then everyone else down here didn't pull their own weight. But so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next up will be the tank destroyers. That'll probably be up in another 2 days or so, as is becoming the norm for these videos. I do have another heavy tank in store soon, which is the T-29. Got the turret, got the tracks, so it's well, it's going to be fairly decently upgraded, let's say that. Still need the engines and still need the gun. And in case you guys were wondering, I unlocked both the turret and the tracks without any gold whatsoever. It was just through my playing. I've been saving up free experience for both. So 775 credits right now, and need 1,450,000 for the T-29. I am planning on doing a credit grinding trip, if you can call it that, on Friday night. Friday nights are usually when I play a ton more. Being in a Mountain Standard Time, I don't usually see the Eastern playing time boost. Well, that has any relation to what I was just saying, I have no idea. I just got confused there. Friday nights, I usually play a ton. Usually play from anywhere from 6-3, usually, is when I start. And the earliest time that I'll quit is around midnight. Latest is, I think I've done this game until 2:30 at night one time. So I should be getting quite a lot of credits in Friday night, and hopefully I can purchase the T-29 on Saturday, if all goes well. And we'll be adding that to our garage, and I'll give a little update video with the game in it, if I do get it. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Adios.